Hi Stampers, Diane Evans here from stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator. Now, if you are just joining my studio for the first time or my YouTube channel, welcome. And if you haven't already done so, make sure that you do subscribe below. There is a subscribe button, hit the bell, and you'll get notified every time I upload a new video. So today what I'm doing is I'm focusing on some level 1 product that you can get from the Celebration. Remember, Celebration is a promotion. Up here in Canada, for every $60 that you spend, you get to pick a level 1 item. And if you receive or spend $120, you have the capability of also picking a level 2 item. But today we're using some level 1 items, and we're using the Oso Ombre. This will show that it's on back order, but it's coming into the warehouse on the 25th of January. So I always suggest if you're going to order it when it says it's on back order, continue with the order with it being on back order, because as soon as it ships into the warehouse, it'll be shipped out to you. Now, another one I'm using is this Corner Bouquet. Beautiful, just images, and I'll show you how simple this card comes together. And we're also making excuse me, we're making a sympathy card. So we're going to use this Sorry for Your Loss, Wishing I Could Heal Your Heart. So that's what we're going to use today. So I want to show you the card that we're making, and we're going to make it actually in the Blackberry Bliss. So this very simple card, this one's done in Rococo Rose, but what we're going to do is I'm making it in Blackberry Bliss. So this piece of cardstock is at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and I always fold into the mountain so that we get a nice even edge right along here. And I'm coming in with my bone folder because we want to make sure that we've got a really good crease on there. Now, don't worry too much about the measurements, because what I'm going to do is I will provide a link below that will link you to my blog with all the measurements on there. All right, so I have cut also some Oso Ombre paper. And this is the Blackberry Bliss. On the other side is, on this particular one, is the Granny Apple Green. Now this is cut at 3.5 by 4 3/4. Yes. And that's going to go there. I also have a piece of basic black. And this is cut at 3 by 4 1/4 inches. And what I'm going to do with this is I am actually going to cut a frame out of this with my mini cut and emboss. Has anyone got this? I'm just loving this particular little tiny thing. For one, I can show it very easily on my videos, but I can also take it with me. It's only 2.5 pounds. It's amazing. So what I've done is these are the stitched rectangle dies, and I am using number 4 and number 5 dies because they lie inside of one another. So I can cut this together. So I could do this, and I could layer this in here. And I think I will do that. Now I'm going to use, it's a Post-it note tape that I'm using. I just got this off of Amazon. You could use washi tape. This does not have a magnetic plate to it, so I'm just going to layer that down like that. Now, just to warn you, when you have a butt-up end like this, it's going to be a little bit more of a struggle to go through my mini cut and emboss. But we'll get it through there. Usually what you want to do with these stitched rectangle dies is that you want to put them on an angle when you put them through, because it just cuts so much better. But I'll just get this. See how it just clunks at the end? I'll just take this out of the way. And I can just put that on top of my machine, and it's ready to go for the next time. So I've got my frame cut out. Make sure I put my framelets away to one side. And then we've got this like this. All right, so I'm going to show you how easy this really is. Now, for today, I am using my Stamparatus. And the reason being for that is I want it to make sure that I've got it good and black. So by using my Stamparatus, I can keep going back in and re-stamping it if it's not quite dark enough. Might luck out and get it dark enough. I have re-inked the stamp pad, but like I say, you never know if it's going to, if you need to do another layer of it. So I am using my Memento Black. We'll just get that off of my table here. And we'll just ink this up. I have a funny feeling that I am going to have to go in a couple of times with this. All right. Make sure that's even. Yep, that looks about right. Now, I always put down full pressure. And you see what I mean by it not quite stamping the way that I would want it to. So I'm just going to go in, and I'm probably going to do this 3 or 4 times. If I had done this, I would have only had the lighter image. So don't forget to bring that Stamparatus out. No, I don't demonstrate it as much as I used to, but I use it still a lot behind the scenes here. So that should almost be enough. You know what? Let's do it one more time. Just because it is in the Stamparatus, we can go ahead and do that. That should be enough. There we go. See how much darker that is than the first time that I went ahead and did it. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to layer that onto the card with Stampin' Seal. Just a flat layer. Like I say, I can't stress how simple this card really is. Just going to layer that down in the middle. And now we're bringing in that frame that I've got. Now, I want this popped up, and I'm going to use my black dimensionals, but I'm not going to individually pick off those black dimensionals. I'm going to come in with my paper snips, and I'm actually going to use, there's quite a gap here, so I use that for this type of thing. So I'm just going to use, this is on the back side, and I'm just going to cut that in half, and I'm going to put this on one side. And like I say, I don't want the black or like a white dimensional to show up behind it, because I could have used the strips, but you can make your own black strips. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut another strip. This way we're not wasting any of our dimensionals. And I'm going to pop that up. I just need to cut that in half as well. And let's go ahead and, yeah, I just had it here. Well, we'll just cut another strip. Oh, there it is. There we go. And then I just use my take your pick tool to get the backing off. And another one as well. Oops. There we go. And then we're just going to layer this across here, just to give a bit of a different look, to take away a bit of the focal look on there. Now, I'm also going to take, I have some strips that are already cut here. And this is where I'm going to put So Sorry for Your Loss, or Sorry for Your Loss. And I'm hoping I'm going to stamp this straight. And this piece is a 1/2 inch by 2 7/8, I believe. So let's hope I can get that in there straight. Well, we'll try it one more time. So I've got to bring it down a bit. So let's just bring it down just a bit. Oops, got it upside down, but you know what? That's better than the other way. Now, really, what I did was I also had a strip of black that I was going to put on there. So let me just grab that. And this is 3/8. So it's just a tiny bit of a border, but we're also going to pop that up with dimensionals. So let's just move that out of the way. Like I say, I'm using the black dimensionals because I'm going on to black and I don't want it to show. And I probably should put one in the middle so it doesn't, you know what? I've got that, yeah. Let's see, where have I got this? Sorry for your loss. We're going to put it right about there. And this is getting popped up onto the black. And it's such a small little border. Then I'm just going to go in and trim it. And we'll trim from this side. Now when I go to put this, excuse me, when I go to put this on here, I'm also going to pop this up, but I'm not going to pop up. I'm going to pop here and here and not in this part because that's popped up there. So what I could have done was just put the ombre paper straight onto the black, but this is going to go here. There we go. And now I have the faceted jewels. These jewels are so pretty, and I could color them with the Blackberry Bliss stamping blend, but I decided that I just want to put them on, and I want to put them on with the white ones. Some of these are white, and some of them are, opaque is more what they are, and some are like a clear. Let's just put this one. Let's put it there. And we'll put the other triangle down at the bottom down here. We could do it two together, but I'm going to put it right about there. Now, also, I have a piece of white cardstock, basic white, and I'm going to go in and I could do it with the Memento, but I want to do it with the Blackberry Bliss. And the sentiment that I'm going to put on there is from the Heal Your Heart. And it's wishing I could heal your heart. So I'm just going to put that into the middle here. There we go. I'm just going to let that dry just a bit. It's not a big issue, but we want to make sure that it is dry. Now I'm also using the white crinkled ribbon, and I want to do a double bow with this. I don't want to do just a single bow. I want to do a double bow. So I'm just coming in with one of my bow makers that I just made myself. And these are just made from the backing of your designer series paper. And whatever width you have, this is the width of the bow. But this also, you could use the classic punch to just go in and punch it. So all I'm doing is I'm just wrapping this ribbon around, and I call these legs. So I'm just going to wrap them around twice, just like so. And then I'm going to go back up through the legs, and then I'm just going to cut this ribbon right here. And I don't really waste that much ribbon because I'm cutting off exactly what I need for each and every bow. So I'm just going to go in and I just turn it to the side, and then I just tie a knot in it. So I pull it tight and tie a knot. This ribbon is quite staticky. I could have colored this ribbon as well, but I think this kind of brings out also the white faceted gems that I'm using. So I just pull those down and just slip this off. And then I'm just going to take your pick tool, and you'll see what I mean by a double bow here. Just going to split that up, just like, oops, oh my goodness. Seeming like it's harder than what it really is, because it really is not that hard. Now I'm just trying to separate these ribbons to show the double bow part. See how that is, like that? And then I'll just separate these ones as well. And all it does is just give a bit of a different look to the bow. There we go. All right, so let me just trim that off a bit. And we're going to put that on with the glue dot. I just take my glue dot and I just squish it a bit, go on the back side of it. And we're just going to put that right like that. Like I say, this would have been quite pretty if we wanted to also color it with the blends. But like I say, I think the white kind of just brings out just a bit more there. And I'm just going to go, now that that's good and dry, and I'm just going to come in with my seal. And we'll attach it to this center of the card. Now, I hope you like that. Let me just, there we go. Now, I guess I probably also could have maybe put something like this, sort of stamped on or stamped off a bit on the corner. That's an idea for the next card. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that. Those are the two colors that I've used today. So I have the Rococo Rose and the Blackberry Bliss. So if you like that, give me the thumbs up. Leave a comment. If you have any questions at all, put them onto the thread below on the YouTube channel, and I'll get back to you. Also, if you do live in Canada, I'd love to be your demonstrator. I have a very generous reward program if you use the hostess code. This hostess code does change. There is a link off to the side that gives you the hostess code, or at the bottom of every one of my blog posts. So like I say, if you do live in Canada, use this. I also give away tutorials each and every month, and I have a variety of tutorials that I do give away. Every time that you do put in an order, I give you a different tutorial. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day, and bye for now.